Hi, I'm Dr. Caruso. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to create a training website using Wix.com. You will learn how to create a new blank website, how to add a menu, how to add text, how to add images, how to add a discussion forum, how to add your projects using embed codes, and how to save and publish your website. So I'm heading over to Wix.com. And I'm going to sign in. You can sign in with your Google account. As you can see, I've already signed in. So let me log out to show you what the login screen would look like. You can say Get Started. And you can continue with your Google Plus account. This could be your NEIU account, or it could be your private Google account. And once you're logged in, what we're going to do is we're going to create a blank website from a blank template. So I'm going to use this drop down arrow here, and I'm going to choose Create a New Site. And when I do that, I have some options available to me. I'm going to choose Other, and I'm going to choose a template. And the template I am choosing is a blank template, starting from scratch. So this is the one I want, and I want to edit it. It's loading up the template, and now it gives me some more options. So I'm going to start with menus and pages. And I see that so far all I have here is my home page. And I have several options available to me. I can rename it, I can duplicate it, I can hide it. But for now, I'm going to leave it as my home page. I'm going to head on over to this next menu option here. And it lets me do some things to my page background. So I'm going to upload an image for my page background, and something that will really speak to the training tutorial that I have selected. And as you can see, I've already added media to my library. It's a good idea if you start collecting the pictures that you are going to use for this website. I'm going to use this one for my background image, so I'm going to say to change the background, and as you can see, I now have a web page here that I'm going to populate, and the background is the one I chose with the napkin rose. The next thing that I'm going to do here is to add a menu. Not in the sense that it's a menu for a restaurant, but in the sense that it's a menu for this website. And as you can see here, these are buttons which will run across the top of the page, much like you have created for your PowerPoint tutorial. So you choose a style that you like. You can have one that runs across the left, or that one that runs across the top of your page. I think I like this one, so I'm going to choose this one. And as you can see, you can pick it up and move it to wherever you would like. And so far it's indicating that so far all I have is one page, and I have a home page. I'm going to set it here so that this menu shows on all pages so that the learner can move back and forth between the various training topics. So whichever page they go to, the menu will be there, allowing them to navigate. And here's where I can add more pages. So like I said, so far I have the home page. I'm going to add a page that says navigation. And this is where you will put your screencast on how to navigate the website. I'm going to add a page that says new employee orientation. And this is where you will put your Prezi next. I'm going to add a page that would be the title of whatever topic you chose on your PowerPoint tutorial. So I'm going to say that I talked about teamwork on that tutorial. I'm going to add another page that is going to represent my Novio and the topic that you talked about on Novio. I am going to talk about setting a table. And finally, I'm going to add a page that is going to be the topic that I chose for my instructional video. In my case, it is napkin rosebud. Okay, and so you can see that these tabs here are representing the various projects that you have completed, and so now you have a place where you're going to add all of your training topics into a website. Finally, I am going to need a discussion forum, and if we look at the assignment details, you need a home page that introduces the use of the website. You need to include all your assignments. You need to post at least one meaningful discussion question related to one of your topics. We will add in the discussion forum last. So we're going to look and see how all of this is looking. And we can stretch all of this out. And I'm going to manage this menu, try to shorten these up so that everything shows across the toolbar here. So here I'm going to rename this just orientation. And that seemed to do the trick. For now, I can see all of my menu items. So now I need to start populating each page. And the navigation page is going to be your screencast, the orientation will be your Prezi, and these tabs will represent your Novio, your instructional video, and your interactive PowerPoint, depending on what you have named them. So making sure that I am on the home page, and I do this by selecting page here. I am going to include on this page, I'm going to add some images and I'm going to explain the use of this training website. So first I'm going to add some text. I'm going to add a large heading here. And this is going to be the name of my website. pull this over here a bit. I'm going to add some more text explaining what will be learned. So this time I'm going to use in a paragraph form. So there I'm talking about describing the Prezi. I'm going to go ahead and save my work here, and I'm going to call it Rosie's Restaurant. So you saw I had a pop-up message to save, and I'd like to do that. I think no numbers, letters, or hyphens. There we go. So in this training website, you will learn the history, mission statement, and location of Rosie's, the essentials of teamwork, how to properly set a table, and how to fold a rosebud napkin. I want this font to appear a little larger than the rest. So I'm going to increase the size here. And I want these to be a little bit larger, and I also want them to be bullet pointed. So I'm going to increase the size, and then I'm going to add a bullet point. And I can stretch this out a bit if I would like. Now I'm going to add a couple of images. Add image, and I have some already uploaded into my gallery. I'd like to add these 3 images. They've become sort of my logo for this training. I'll decrease the size a bit here and move things around a little bit. And as you can see, you have all the way to the bottom of the page to work with. So I can pull it down a bit. There, so now the home page, and I made sure that I was on home, has an introductory home page telling what the learners will learn in this website. Now that I have done that, I can go through the various tabs and add the assignments that I have created. So I'm going to do the new employee orientation, which is the Prezi. So I need to go to that page. And I also need to switch over to Prezi to grab my presentation. So I'm logging into Prezi. And here's the presentation I want. So what I have to do is I have to create the link. Copy the link to my clipboard. And as you know, when working with Prezi Next, we have to do some special things in order to generate the embed code. So I'm bringing up the instructions here. I'm going to paste the code that I just copied, and using the instructions here, actually I'm going to paste it right into where it says your view link, being careful that the word embed is still intact. And I'm going to copy this whole code here. And I'm going to go back to the orientation page. And this time I need to add, under More, it's going to let me add an HTML code. So I'm going to enter the code. Update. And you can see that my presentation has been added. I'm going to resize the box so that the presentation is nice and big for my viewers. I'm going to edit the code a bit because I can see that the width is 550 and the height is 400, and I have some room here. So I'm going to increase this by 100 and make it 650. And I'm going to increase this by 100 and make it 500. Update. So that I can make my Prezi a little bit larger. And you can make it larger still as long as you still have room here, which there is some room to work with. And if you would like to add some text here about what the user needs to do on this particular page, you can say, please view this presentation to learn more about Rosie's restaurant. Then go to the Teamwork tab. Now you see I'm directing the learner what to do here and then what I want them to do next. If I go back to the home page, I can also add a little note on the home page that says, to get started, please click on navigation. And I think I'll do that because I want my learners to know how to navigate this site. So I'm going to add a little paragraph. To get started, please click on navigation. Okay, and there are some things that I can do here to edit this text if I would like. I can make it bold so that it stands out. And there are some effects that I can do. It's up to you if you would like to add an effect. For now, I think I will just increase this a little bit here. Okay, so now the learner knows what to do, knows what they're going to learn about. So far so good, and I can see that it is auto-saving, so I don't have to worry about losing my data. Next, I'm going to add my instructional video on how to fold a rosebud napkin. So my instructional video has been created with Kizawa, but I have uploaded it to YouTube. So I'm going to head on over to YouTube to retrieve the embed code. I've logged into YouTube and I found the video that I need. So I'm going to click on it. I am going to go under the share button and get the embed code. So here it is. I'm going to copy that. Then I am going to go back to my Wix, and I'm going to make sure that I am on the correct page. So this is how to fold the napkin rosebud. So this is the page I need to go to. I'm going to go to my add button, and the thing that I am going to add is under more, and it is an HTML code. I'm going to enter the code. And I can make this larger. I can also edit the code to make the video appear even larger. And I can add a text box directing the learner. Since the last thing that my learners have to do is the napkin rosebud, the very next thing I'm going to add in is the discussion questions. So here I'm telling the learners what to do on this page and what they're going to do next. And I'm going to save this. And then I'm not going to publish just yet, but I am going to preview. And I see that I have a home button, and the home button is telling me the use of this training website. I have not built in my navigation yet, but I do have my orientation. And here is where the users will watch the presentation. And finally, I have added some content here. So here is where the users can watch how to fold the rosebud napkin. So you, of course, will populate this, and please do not name these Prezi presentation, Novio, Kizawa, because the learners will not know what that means. What they will know is the topics of your projects. So I'm going to go back to the editor, and what I need to do now is to add in the forum. So I'm going to go to add, and this time I'm going to go to social, and under social I would like to add a place where users can leave their comments. So this is what I'm going to add. And I can see it added it right on my napkin rosebud page, so I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to add a new page that says discussion, because here I referred to it as a discussion question, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to Manage Pages, and I'm going to add a page, and my new page is going to be discussion question. And I'm going to do a little editing to the menu bar so that all of the items are shown here instead of having a drop down for more. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose Layouts. And here where it says all tabs are the same size, I'm going to say no to that so that it can kind of fit everything in, and that seems to do it. I have everything showing here that's contained in this website. So now I'm going to actually go to the discussion question tab by navigating here, and now I'm going to add the discussion. So I'm going to go under social and have the ability to add some comments. And once I do that, I can see a comment box has appeared. So now users can add comments. So now what I need is to add some text and a discussion question. So something that relates to one of these training topics. So I've asked the question, in your experience, what is the most important element of teamwork and why? I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to add to this and I'm going to say, please comment in the box below. But this sentence I'm going to make a little bit smaller. And there we have a discussion question with the ability for users to add their comments. I'm going to save. And eventually, you will publish your website. So I have published it, and now I would like to view it to see what it looks like. And you can always unpublish and republish as you see the need to do. So I'm going to view the site. And here it is. And the things that I have already built in are the orientation. So here is the Prezi presentation. And the learner will be able to navigate the Prezi presentation. And also the only other thing I have is the video. And learners will have full control of the video as well. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I will see you soon.